The regional spillover from the war on Gaza has not only involved Lebanon, but also Iran. A so-called shadow war lasting decades between the country and Israel has intensified since October the 7th. In April, an attack on the Iranian consulate in Damascus killed a senior Revolutionary Guard commander. 2 weeks later, Iran launched 300 drones and missiles towards Israel in its first direct attack from Iranian soil. Days later, 3 drones were downed over central Iran in what was believed to be an Israeli retaliation. And in July, the political leader of Hamas, Ismail Haniyeh, was assassinated in Tehran. The guest house he was sleeping in was bombed during his visit to attend the inauguration of Iran's new president. Just days ago, Tehran fired nearly 200 missiles into Israeli territory. The U.S. said the attack was twice the scale of the one in April. Well, let's bring in Mehran Kamrava now, who's a professor of government at Georgetown University here in Qatar and author of The Impossibility of Palestine, History, Geography and the Road Ahead. Mehran, thank you for being with us on Al Jazeera. So we've heard reports that Israel is now preparing a big attack on Iran in response to the recent missile attacks. How much concern do you think there is in Tehran today about what might come next, and how prepared is Iran for that?
There's tremendous concern. There's concern among government officials as well as among the general population. A couple of days ago, after Iran's attack, we saw long lines in Tehran and in other Iranian cities for people lining up at petrol stations trying to fill up their cars. There's concern that Israel might knock off the electricity grid or Iran's oil installations. And there's concern also among regional capitals of Iran's retaliatory action. And the Iranian military has said that it is on full alert and fully expects to be able to repel any Israeli action. So there's tremendous concern in Tehran.
There have been reports of disagreements within the various factions in Iran about the way to respond if and when Israel retaliates. What do you think is a calculus among the leadership in Tehran right now?
Well, there are groups inside the political establishment that want to expand the war and make sure that American targets in the region are hit. And there are those who say, let's not alienate our allies or our newly found friends in Riyadh, in Abu Dhabi, and elsewhere. And so there's a robust debate right now inside Tehran on the scope of Iran's retaliatory measures should Israel attack.
Right. And Iran, of course, is known to play the long game. We've seen this time and time again. What do you think, Mehran, are some of the realistic scenarios right now about how this might play out? Is a direct, full-blown conflict between Israel and Iran still inevitable?
I'm not sure if it's inevitable. Iran, as you just mentioned, does have a doctrine of what they call strategic patience. They say we will respond at a time of our own choosing. And in fact, this was the gist of the Supreme Leader's Friday prayer sermon yesterday, which was quite brazen, I should add. I'm not sure if it's an inevitable conflict. Iran has been quite reluctant to fall for the Israeli trap of engaging Israel and then the United States directly. So we'll have to wait and see.
Thank you very much for speaking to us, Mehran. Mehran Kamrava, Professor of Government at Georgetown University, joining us here on the News Hour. Thank you very much for your insight.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.